The date is April 14th, 1865. You're in the boarding house where John Wilkes Booth and other conspirators are planning the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. You have 1 hour to unravel the plot and save the president.
You're going to try and find a letter where he admitted his guilt to it, and you're also going to try to find the murder weapon. February 4th, it's April. Why does that say February 4th? There's a letter here to his fiancée at the time. You might read that. That might have something in it. And you're kind of looking around, you're like, what does all this stuff mean? You might get a little overwhelmed at first. And as you go through the room, you start asking yourself all these questions.
This is just one of 3 scenarios that can be played out at Escape History in Niles, the Valley's newest escape room that opened last November.
History teacher by day, so I guess that's kind of where I get my love and passion for history.
Josh Frankie is the owner.
Essentially, me and my wife, we had gone around and done several escape rooms. Sometimes we left a little disappointed, sometimes we left a little overwhelmed. I got this idea that I wanted to do an escape room, and I wanted to have it themed based off of historical scenarios.
Escape rooms are growing in popularity in the United States. According to RoomEscapeArtist.com, at the end of 2014, there were only about 22 escape room companies in the country. By the end of June 2017, there were over 1,800.
I see this as like the new family game night. We have a ton of families that come through, and it's awesome to see these families come in and work together.
Groups from 2 to 8 people can try to solve and escape the rooms by looking for clues.
It's more challenging with just 2 people. And the more people you get, the easier it becomes. Within the course of the hour, everybody gets 3 hints that they can use at any time throughout the course of the hour. If they're doing really good, we're going to be really vague with that. And if they're not doing so hot, we're going to be like, hey, this is how you open this. And as you just kind of walk around the room, you start to pull pieces. Where can I connect the dots and try to get some of the, get the safe open or get some drawers open.
One of the other scenarios you can try out is saving the Titanic from the curse of a mummy.
There's information out there that suggests that there possibly was a mummy that was transported on the Titanic. The theory is that it wasn't able to be held in the cargo bay of the Titanic because the moisture would have ruined the artifact itself. So that's why it doesn't show up on the Titanic cargo manifest. There's never been a sarcophagus found amongst the wreckage, but then other people kind of counter that by saying, well, the salt water would have deteriorated it by now.
The final room deals with the rise of the Third Reich.
This one was really, I want to say it was really fun to design because we actually did a lot of research and we looked at pictures of what his office looked like, and although this is a very small scaled down version of it, it's very close to the same format of what it looked like.
Frankie says all of the rooms are authentic to their time period.
We went with hardwood floors, and we went with the wallpaper that would have been popular during that era. We scoured from Columbus to Cleveland to Pittsburgh, almost every antique shop you could possibly think of to find things that match the time frame and fit kind of the theme of the rooms.
So what are some tips for successfully escaping the room?
Divide up your team. Use your hints wisely. Don't panic and work together as a team.
If you'd like a shot at changing history, you can find out more information or book a room by visiting escapehistory.com.
As a history teacher, I see at the beginning of every single year this built-in mindset that history's boring. History's not boring, it's just you haven't learned the right kind of stuff about history. You haven't learned the cool things about history, you just learn what the books say. I think that's the cool part of history, is that there are, random weird cool stories that have happened that you don't learn in school. And that's kind of what we're trying to do here is bring some of those things to life and possibly kind of let you experience them and see if you can't change history.